Welcome to Machine Universe. Experience the brink of disaster. We explore the high-stakes world of logging, where a single mistake with a chainsaw or a truck is catastrophic. Wonder what his hands looks like after that Lil slide down. I got chills listening to that. Imagine being alone, miles from help, with just a broken chainsaw and that sound echoing around you. Such a sad waste of a tree.
Saw's all right.
Hopefully he learned from that at least. This is pure madness. That guy sitting on the front blade is playing a dangerous game. One hydraulic failure or a bad bump, and he's under the wheels. He should drive that overloaded truck very slow in this narrow passage. Turning with high speed, not possible. Watching these old giants work is like stepping back in time. You have to respect the TT4 for still pulling its weight after all these years. The forest looks unforgiving, but these machines just keep going. Great footage of real work. Have any of you operated a TT4 or Kamaz in the woods? The only thing bigger than that 40-meter tree is the bravery of the guy climbing it. Felling a compromised tree like this requires precise knowledge of wood decay and rigging physics. It is not just about cutting, it is about engineering a safe takedown to protect everyone below. You can really tell the operator knows what he's doing. Slow, steady movements, perfect placement, and not once did the truck jump or shift. That kind of care is rare. Solid work. For anyone thinking trucking is easy, watch this. It's not just steering, it's constantly managing weight, momentum, and mechanical limits. One mistake on a road like this, and there's no coming back. Respect to all the log haulers out there. Urban pecan is notorious for eating steel, but the lumber is unmatched. Dealing with the hardware is just the price of admission for wood this unique. But wow, looking at that slab makes the headache worth it. Truly a stunning piece of timber worth saving. when the falling direction decides to pick its own path. Look at those holding chains around the base. Great trick. On a giant like this, a barber chair is a real threat. I assume the chain locks the fibers together so it doesn't pop, correct?
You did, Mom, you flipped. Ow! I heard Mom scream that loud.
I let off of that one when I saw it.
Dad took off running.
And then just clean up that one area.
High-definition POV footage like this really changes how you understand the job. Actually seeing the mechanics of the friction hitch grabbing the rope as the limb swings is invaluable. It's one thing to read about it, but watching it function 120 feet up really cements the concept. Pure brilliance in forestry engineering.
You notice the difference. And then boom.
Love how the Valtra N154E active harvester refuses to slow down in freezing wind. They clearly insulated the lines, so the hydraulic oil stays above safe temps. The Palfinger C60F86 crane stays responsive, and the Nisela 325H just rips through frosted timber effortlessly. Pure raw power on display. Watching those chains tear up the frozen ground is absolutely savage. These Russian 6x6 beasts are simply unstoppable. Bogie tracks are essential for this soft terrain. They distribute the weight perfectly, keeping that massive load from sinking straight to the bottom of the forest. That truck is powerful. No wonder people call it the king of all trucks. Rewinding to 1959, the sheer scale of Oregon's centennial celebration is breathtaking. We are talking about a single Douglas fir standing 283 feet tall and weighing 160 tons. It is mind-blowing that this 406-year-old giant traveled from western Oregon to Portland. From the fashion of the crowds to the old-school chainsaws, it perfectly captures the rugged timber culture of the Pacific Northwest, a truly historic moment frozen in time. Just another dusty day at the office fork. The throat on this machine is massive, nearly 4 feet wide. It looks hungry enough to swallow a small car whole. Feeding it feels like feeding a dinosaur. That 24-inch diameter chipping capacity means you don't even have to split the big logs. Truly powerful. The Model 1710 stump puller is a total game changer for old orchards. Pulling 10-inch stumps at 7 mph is incredibly fast compared to a slow excavator. Savannah Global really nailed the efficiency here. It looks like a giant hook just cleaning up the vineyard rows. Such a cool machine. Nice work. Cerebral palsy makes balance tough on uneven ground, but this guy's grit to get the job done is inspiring. But having someone nearby next time would make things a lot safer.
Keep rocking it. It's going, it's going, it's going!
This is exactly why you do not try felling at home. Wow, that 29-inch black oak is absolutely magnificent. Watching the 4-blade setup slice through it like butter is pure industrial poetry. The rhythm of the mill and the sound of the blade are oddly soothing. DOT officers in the States would have a heart attack seeing this. There is zero safety margin here. Who needs roads? Roads are just a suggestion for a ZIL driver. He probably spills more coffee on the highway than he does driving through a meter-deep ditch. Probably wouldn't be the first time.
So I'm going to pull the stump. I thought I'd run the gigging sling in a choker, a big double snatch block.
Honestly, when I saw that tiny 18 horsepower orange tractor, I thought there was no chance it would move that massive cherry stump. But once the slack tightened on that 35-to-1 mechanical advantage setup, I became a believer. It's amazing how much torque simple ropes and pulleys can generate. That cherry wood never stood a chance.
Fractured along its natural crotch, that's why you see two big.
Look at that shower of wood chips. 2 minutes to erase a 2-foot diameter trunk from top to bottom is mind-blowing speed. I can't believe how easily that dentist head chewed through such solid wood. Preserving the root ball is critical for survival, and this Big John machine nails it. The way it secures the trunk over the cab for transport is a really smart design feature.
There it goes! Oh, it's splitting! It's splitting! Jesus! Holy shit! Ah, damn, did it hit the wire?
Here we go again. Another barber chair.
Look at it, still didn't fucking go where we're going.
Oh shit. Seriously?
I think someone has no idea what they are doing. My palms sweat just looking at the sway. Poplar wood is brittle enough without adding wind.
Awesome.
It is a high-stakes waiting game where the climber is literally gambling with gravity every single second up there.
Good job, Nathan. Perfect, man.
Pretty clever method, but his back won't be thanking him later. Precision driving at its absolute finest, squeezing a Lindner Unitrack through a gap that tight requires nerves of steel. Truly a masterclass in maneuvering heavy machinery without scratching the paint. That's why homeowners without the climbing or bucket truck skills and equipment should not attempt to cut down trees.
Сереж, я верю, что ты можешь. Лучше не надо. Сережа!
А тут нихуя нет.
Exactly why women live longer than men, taking pointless risks just to save 5 minutes. Got the chainsaw at chest height using the point of the saw and up on some kind of ladder. Holy cow. It is incredible how that aluminum brake stops a blade spinning at 4,000 RPM instantly. Watching the saw stop activate shows exactly why operators need this layer of protection against lifelong, devastating injuries. I felt the struggle just watching this. The smoke, the noise, the slipping tracks. It's a brutal battle between machine and nature. You can tell this isn't a showroom tractor. It's a tired workhorse earning its keep the hard way.
15 kilo.
Is that truck even gonna make it? The wheels are spinning like crazy on that loose dirt. That Mercedes has the torque, but the weight distribution on that trailer is killing his traction on the incline.
Hey!
Hastasız Mario hayat verdi.
Classic European engineering at work. The 480 engine provides plenty of grunt to haul massive logs out of the woods without breaking a sweat.
Це вроді.
Nice tool. The careful work really helps, especially for anyone dealing with lower back problems.
Що? Бум.
What a brilliant invention to relocate trees instead of cutting them down. This video is a great case study on tension and compression. Even if the technique wasn't textbook perfect, it shows the complexity of wind throw. Identifying the pressure side correctly is the difference between a clean cut and a trapped saw.
Broke my nose.
What happened?
Oh.
What hit you?
Imagine the focus required when suspended at these heights. The stakes are incredibly high. A slight lapse in cutting technique might cause the trunk to unpredictably kick back instead of falling clean.
Pacific Northwest, another day at work in the rain.
Looks like he might need to put on a few pounds. Downshifts, engine brake rumbles, and the driver swings the nose wide. The dust kicks up as the weight shifts forward. He powers through the apex smoothly. It is absolute poetry in motion. Mud, steep grades, and narrow bridges are just part of the daily grind for these operators. Selective thinning becomes much easier with this configuration. The operator can reach into dense stands and remove specific pines without damaging neighbors. Such precise control over the falling direction highlights the true versatility of the hydraulic cutter system.
Stop, buddy. Whoa!
Wow, did you see how smart they are? These mules seem to know exactly where to step without even being told. I can practically smell the fresh pine pitch and wet sawdust just watching this clip. The lift and shift feature is a total game changer for handling gnarly, crooked timber. Instead of fighting the log, the operator just glides it into position. Clearman really nailed the hydraulics on this setup. Traditional grinders often generate a chaotic dust cloud, whereas this planer produces clean, stackable wood curls. While the speed might differ, the reduction in noise and flying debris offers a distinct advantage for operators working in populated neighborhoods.
Actually pull it down and then all of a sudden it'll pop up. You'll
You really need to watch this video to see how fast a chainsaw kicks back. Hitting that upper 2-inch zone on the nose is terrifying. It throws the heavy bar right at your face instantly. It's obvious he wanted to remove the box.
Cool.
Well, I'm sure he saved a few hundred by not calling a professional.
Woo!
Okay, so where's your heart rate? You're lucky to get that.
Need to stop! Get out of there!
You have to respect the driver working at that angle. The HSM 208F steep slope forwarder gives enough stability to keep things safe, but it still takes nerves of steel. Seeing it maneuver over the uneven ground while loading logs shows exactly why specialized gear is needed for these mountains. Looks less like a road and more like warm chocolate fondue. Good operator. That could have been a rollover real quick. Kept it straight and got the blade down quick. Nice job. The felling technique looks solid, using wedges to control the lean. However, the lack of a clear escape path and the bystanders are concerning. Mud and steep inclines are no match for this powertrain. The way Volvo FMX 500 truck grips the trail while fully loaded demonstrates the raw torque available. It is interesting to see how it maintains traction without tearing up the soft ground. The crane grabs a huge bundle, drops it in, and the feed rollers take over instantly. No hesitation from the drop. 350 cubic meters an hour is no exaggeration. That conveyor belt is moving a river of wood chips. That motor sounds incredibly smooth for how much power it's putting out. According to the creator, it's cranking out 70 newton-meters of torque. And you can tell because it doesn't even hesitate. It just grabs the wood and pops it open like it's nothing. I didn't notice the crane. I thought the tree was just flying away.
Watch out, buddy. Oh my God.
Holy smokes. He was inches away from disaster. Storm-damaged trees are unpredictable widow makers.
I think that worked.
No way.
Now it's just chaos, dude. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Who else knew that was ending badly within the first 10 seconds? Six hours of driving through the Kirov region feels like an eternity when the view is just endless ruts and swaying logs. It stops being a commute and becomes an expedition where reaching the destination without needing a tractor tow feels like a major victory. Choosing the right truck for the terrain is crucial. This video demonstrates that agility sometimes beats brute force. Bringing a massive multi-axle hauler into these tight woods would just result in a logistical nightmare. This man is an artist. Mad respect for guys who make it look this easy. Holy. Being a tree arborist is never an easy job. Stay safe out there. Chainsaw kickback is terrifying to watch. Thankfully, the safety brake system saved his life. Without it, that high chain speed would have caused a fatal injury instantly. If anything would give first, other than the chain, it would be the rear bumper. That guy standing in line with the chain made me very nervous.
Look right here! Alex, my high score is 43.
This is exactly how it should be done. No snapping cables or ruined truck bumpers here. The Fekin grinder just eats that wood safely without endangering anyone standing nearby. Watch how the driver works the steering wheel to find traction in that thick clay. Most people would just floor it and get stuck, but he feathers the throttle and uses the ruts to his advantage. That Iveco 66 timber hauler is an absolute beast when the pavement ends. I've seen this before. The truck being pulled can't swing around the turn to miss the ditch. I am really fascinated by how much lift you can get with that small hydraulic unit. It cracks the hinge open so smoothly compared to traditional wedges. It gives you total confidence that the tree is going exactly where you aimed it. Great demonstration of modern felling techniques. Check out this solid demonstration. This guy is doing a perfect demonstration of the safe cross-cutting technique. Notice how he revs to full throttle before touching the wood. That is key. Then he switches to the bore cut method, which prevents splitting. Engaging the chain brake immediately after the cut is a habit that saves lives. Great demo. Who else wishes they had a partner this hardworking? Drop a like if you think she deserves Employee of the Month every single month. Plus, the shop layout is brilliant for efficiency. Every movement is calculated to minimize downtime. Using car tires as band wheels is pure genius. It keeps the blade cool and provides perfect traction without needing expensive machined pulleys. It is amazing what you can build with stuff lying around the property. So this is how you get a new house. My palms got sweaty just watching him work on that cliff.
I want a nice hinge sound. You're gonna want a big boy saw.
Wind-blown timber is notoriously unpredictable with hidden tension. The stored energy in a fallen tree can kill faster than the saw. Anyone else feel like the Valtra N134 might handle better if you use the winch more instead of pulling wheelies all the time? That snowy incline looks unforgiving for any heavy rig. While the Yamz engine swap probably gives it the power to climb, controlling a 6TX6 on such slippery ice seems like it would be a nightmare for the driver. This video shows why professional recovery is worth every penny. The way the wrecker used the lower winch to pull downward kept the truck grounded. An amateur would have just pulled sideways and flipped the whole rig. Great lesson in physics and leverage. Frozen timber can be tricky, but this setup handles the cold without missing a beat. Seeing the steam rise while the harvester processes logs so quickly makes you appreciate modern forestry tech. It probably beats freezing out there with a chainsaw. It is easy to focus on the horsepower, but look at that scenery. The bright blue Volvo contrasts perfectly with the white winter backdrop. It is a beautiful yet unforgiving office to work in. You certainly can't survive here without those tire chains. Users say this machine handles apple orchard clearing without breaking a sweat. Watching it chew through this brush suggests it isn't even running at full capacity here. It looks like the Raptor holds plenty of power in reserve. This rotary style looks super effective for deep roots. The name Magnum fits perfectly. Every rookie needs to watch this. Might just save a life. This tree barber chaired because the notch closed on itself, causing internal pressure, sending the pressure up the stem. An open face notch and a back cut just above the notch might help in cases like this. Looks like the setup didn't behave the way they hoped.
You okay? He said not to.
This guy is a true professional. Absolutely amazing. Forestry roads like this are unforgiving. Even the best 6x6 drive struggles when the clay turns to soup. Makes me wonder if the Ural was actually designed to fit back there, or if it's just a lucky coincidence. Either way, that's 6 extra wheels of power. Skidding a whole tree with branches attached is the quickest way to find your machine's breaking point. While the Schluter 955 is a tank, doing this daily would definitely shorten the lifespan of lesser tractors. Footage like this offers more value than any classroom safety lecture ever could. It impressively demonstrates the vital importance of retreating the moment the tree commits. Looks chaotic, right? But smaller tugs will be on it fast, booming in the logs, towing the load aside and pulling apart the big clusters. Quite the operation. This aerial tour is absolutely breathtaking. Seeing the sheer scale of the Colville mill from above gives you a whole new appreciation for the industry. The way raw logs flow seamlessly into finished lumber is a masterpiece of modern engineering. Truly world-class. It is like an angry Roomba for the outdoors. Small in size, but huge in power. It eats 3-foot-tall grass for breakfast. OSHA would have a field day watching this chaotic and unsafe tree removal.
And now they start in the bucket, you pull it to the bucket.
I think that was his 4th truck this week. That hang-up is a death trap. One wrong cut and that tree becomes a giant catapult aimed right at you. Even in death, that tree put up a serious fight. Don't be the guy in the video. Learn from their mistakes and keep your limbs safe. Subscribe for more heavy metal chaos. Click the next video for more insane fails. Only on Machine Universe. Only on